very hard to do business in Japan.
Right.
Right.
They're closed off.
It's very closed off to like outsiders, even if you look Asian.
Right.
Even if you look Japanese.
If you learned how to speak it, it wouldn't matter.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, especially if you're like white or something. You know?
White or something.
No. And one thing I do respect about over there is if they don't like you, you're gonna know. Like they show you.
Asian people are like that.
Yeah, like we don't. I walked in a 7-Eleven, bro, and she was just so disgusted. I was like,
yeah.
What do you want me to do? She was so mad.
Welcome back to the Digital Social Hour. I'm your host, Sean Kelly. I'm here with my co-host, Wayne Lewis.
What up?
And our guest today, Gav Kwok.
What's up, guys?
Gav.
Chilling.
Building.
Yeah, man.
Just came back from Asia, right?
I was in Japan for a month.
Nice.
Maldives for a month. And I was in Sydney for a month. I was just traveling.
Just chilling?
When you make 100 mil a year, you could just travel for 3 months.
Oh yeah, so you did make you made 100 mil and didn't bring us none of it.
Yeah, so you know,
cut
it
it
is
off,
what it is.
cut it off.
Just cut it off. Yeah, you know?
Just cut it off.
Oh, yeah, 110, but
He said it 110.
110.
He said 110.
110.
Correction, 110 million
Yeah,
dollars.
exactly, but not all profit, right? You know, the business of course has expenses. Amazon wholesale FBA.
How do you feel when that amount is just coming in? Like you kind of just see it like $110 million in 1 year. What does that feel like calculating it?
It's a good feeling, you know. Well, it kind of feels like everything's free almost. Besides like big yachts and jets and all that, like buying them, you can always charter.
But you can find a yacht for a couple M's.
Yeah,
there's some yachts. Some nice.
Well, like these shitty ones, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know?
Yachts for a couple.
Yeah, there's no good yacht that's
there's no good yacht that's like, you know, in the low M's, you know.
It's not even a flex if you get an M yacht.
It's not. It's a negative flex.
Yeah.
It's like you're too broke to afford like like a good one.
So it's a negative flex to buy $1 million yacht.
Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
So what's
Definitely.
a positive flex? 20, 10?
You need
I'd
to
say
fit
like
at least
50 plus.
Yeah.
50 plus?
50 plus.
I don't want that.
Why not?
You got to play on that level.
I would have to live in Miami. I would have to live out there. I don't want to travel to go to my yacht. I want to walk to it.
Yeah, of course. Like you would want to be in like Monaco, Miami.
Yeah. I don't
Place
want
with like a lot of billionaires.
Yeah, I want a $50 million yacht just sitting in Miami. I would much rather live there. And just be on a yacht.
And here's the thing, like with the yacht, like it's almost like a networking thing as well. You
Yeah.
can invite other rich people,
Other yacht owners, other
yacht
people,
owners, and you're part of like an exclusive club, right?
Yeah.
So it becomes a way to make money, right? Rather than just a flex expense.
Gotcha.
Right? You know.
So
I like that.
You've traveled the world, experienced many different cultures. What culture has been your favorite?
Well, just recently I was in Japan. As you know, I was texting you some like food pics and stuff. The culture there is, it's interesting, but the thing I like the most is food, right? And the food there is incredible.
Fresh. It's
so
real food.
fresh.
He was
You've
texting
been
me
to
the
Japan,
sushi.
It's real food. I've been in China. It's real. It's real food.
In Asia, it's like it's crazy. Like
The sushi you ate looked nuts.
the sushi was like I can never eat sushi in America.
Yeah,
Like, there's no way.
It's terrible.
You're
Their
just
McDonald's is even better. Like the food is actually real food, bro.
Right,
Like you're watching them actually the duck in front of you. Like there's no FDA. There's nobody in there like, oh yeah, we approve that. It's like, nah,
Wow.
fry it. It's yours. Eat
Yeah,
it.
it's so fresh. It's
What
so
about business wise? What was their business culture like there?
good. Business culture? Everyone is. It's a little more reserved, right?
Yeah.
And it's
No
hard
one's flexing.
That's the thing. Like everyone's very low key and subtle, but it's also hard when you're not Japanese. You know, I might look like I'm Japanese, right? But I'm not Japanese, right?
Well, what are you?
I'm mostly Chinese.
Oh, much Chinese.
Yeah, but I'm like part white too.
Okay.
You know.
So both of you guys are like
Yeah.
part white.
Yeah, but like if you are traditionally Japanese and you don't speak Japanese fluently, it's very hard to do business in Japan.
Right.
Right.
They're closed off.
It's very closed off to like outsiders, even if you look Asian,
Right.
even if you looked Japanese.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's
So
how
even
the
if you
culture is.
learned how to speak it, it wouldn't matter.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, especially if you're like white or something, you know.
White or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. No. And one thing I do respect about over there is if they don't like you, like you're like if they don't like you, you're gonna know. Like they show you.
Asian people are like that.
Yeah, like we don't. With you.
I heard in China, like when they see black people, like they'll touch them and take
Well,
photos.
I walked in a 7-Eleven, bro, and she was just so disgusted. I was like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? She was so mad.
I was born this way.
Yeah, she was so mad. She was like, I'm like, I'm here. Where's
Shout out to today's sponsor, HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. They do all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep pre-portioned, ready to cook, along with step-by-step recipe cards that are pictured. I used to suck at cooking, but HelloFresh makes it very easy to cook. They also save you money. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. If you order food a lot or you grocery shop a lot, HelloFresh is there to save you money and time. I value my time a lot. That's why I'm a fan of HelloFresh. I cook it with my fiance every week. Our favorite meals are the chicken orzo, the salsa verde enchiladas, and they got so many more options for you guys. Check out their site. Let me know your favorite recipes in the comments below. If you want America's #1 meal kit, go to HelloFresh.com/50DSH for 50% off and free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50DSH and use code 50DSH for 50% off plus free shipping. Let me know what you guys order in the comments below. Can't wait to see it. Peace.
slushies?
Yeah, that's
What was it like growing up in Australia?
it was good, man. It's funny because I was there for most of my childhood, right, until I was 13.
Mhm.
I was just, that's like the only life I knew. And Australian culture is very chill. It's very relaxed,
Yeah.
right? And then there's a big change coming to America, right? Like, I came here. Oh, look, this cat. Yeah, or a dog. Yeah. But I came to America, and yeah, everyone was just like loud, obnoxious. Well, you know, it's America, right?
Right.
And it was a very big culture shock. But growing up in Australia was awesome. I actually enjoyed, you know, as bad as it might sound, like I actually enjoyed going to school when I was younger. And I feel like the education system in Australia is so far ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
Of America. Right?
Of course.
Interesting. Why would it be ahead? Because
Everything
their
is
culture's more slow, right? Business-wise.
Yeah, it's more slow in terms of like you can feel it in the air, right? Yeah, as woo-woo as that sounds. Like once you're there in Australia, everyone's just relaxed, chill.
Right.
There's not like this need to impress. Like you have like all the status games and all that in America. Like in America, it's all about, you know, getting the flex, right? Getting the Lambo, getting the Richie, you know, getting the yacht, the jet, all that stuff. In Australia, no one gives a you know? Like everyone's just relaxed. But everyone actually also has money there. Like the average real estate in Sydney is like over $1 million. So everyone's pretty much a millionaire just by owning anything in Australia. Like everyone wants to live in Sydney, which is where I grew up.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the food there is incredible too.
Yeah.
If you ever go.
I've been there. It's
Oh, yeah.
nice.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, Sydney's
I mean, anytime you leave America and go to an actual country, like
an actual country.
Yeah.
it doesn't process everything.
Yeah, everything's better.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like, especially from a food standpoint.
Yeah. You also backpacked 10 countries in Europe. What was that like?
Yeah, you remember
What shoes did you wear? Because I need to know.
in
Backpacking.
backpacking?
Yeah.
Bro, I was just wearing like,
It's like 10
dude, I was
countries?
just wearing like Converse, man.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah, I was wearing Converse.
You
You
didn't
wore
get blisters?
flat shoes the whole time?
Nah, you got blisters, bro.
No, his
Converse?
knees are bad.
Well, I got
for sure.
some blisters.
Yeah.
Because I'll do like these like 12-hour hikes or some in Converse,
Yeah.
and that's
Yo,
Damn.
12-hour hikes?
yeah.
Why did
Never-
you...
Like, yeah.
Like up like the mountains of Peru, like
So never scared, never like...
Were you solo?
solo. Man.
And you didn't speak the country's languages?
No.
So you were just...
I was just out
Anybody
there.
try to like you?
Yeah, I actually almost got stabbed once.
Jeez.
For real?
Yeah, I was in Chile.
Mhm.
It was a place called Arica. It was like a town on the border of Chile and Ecuador.
Mhm.
And someone was trying to get my watch.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you were wearing a Richie?
I was wearing an AP.
You was
You
wearing-
know. I was
Oh,
wearing-
you're like, yo,
yeah.
I
I
missed
turned down. I turned down a lot.
Yeah.
For it. But yeah,
Right.
like he was like, you know, he was just like, but you know, he doesn't speak English,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
he's like pointing at my watch, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and I was like, and then he's like, and he was like, and then he pulled out a knife.
How big was it?
It was just like,
Oh.
yeah, it was just a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, still enough.
Did you just book it from there?
And I was just like, you know, I could fight, but you know, I'm good. You
Yeah.
know, so I just like, you know,
Yeah, I would
I
have
ducked
booked it.
out.
Did you give it to him?
No.
Nah, when they have a knife, bro, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Like, sure, I could like maybe do some like,
Yeah.
you know, like I've done a lot of MMA and stuff and like boxing,
Yeah.
right? But in those situations, and I've talked to people that literally have many people, and they say to just book it. So I follow that advice.
Yeah.
Right. Sure, you could be the man and like whatever, but what are you gonna get out of it?
Yeah, right.
It's not worth the risk.
It's not worth it. Like even if you beat the out of the guy, you probably have a few stab wounds or something. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, what was it like backpacking through 10 countries? Like, did you have a change in your lifestyle? Like, did it open your eyes or something?
It did. I think backpacking, especially it's a third world countries.
That's crazy.
It's literally people live so simply. I remember I was doing like super authentic. Like I was spending like no money. Like I was like staying in hostels, taking like 20-hour bus rides across countries. You know, I didn't fly once. I forced myself not to.
Wow.
You know, and I'd literally be on a bus through like the mountains of Peru, Patagonia, and you see like these little like hut villages, and people just literally have nothing. And like people would hop on the bus, they have like their chickens and entire life with them.
Wow.
You know, and everyone's just like, looks like they haven't showered in weeks, you know, and they're just, you know, looking for a better opportunity. And you don't realize how blessed you are. You know, I mean, we talk about America sometimes, right? Of how like processed everything is or whatever, but like those people to be in America, right? To have that opportunity, right? Like these people don't have Wi-Fi or even clean water or anything. iPhones, like we complain about, oh, where my iPhone's dead. Where's the charger? You know, that's like the simple stuff. Like we talk about like seed oils and stuff. You think they give a about seed oils? They're like, give me that seed oil. You know, I need those calories. You know, like they're just trying to survive, man. And,
wow.
Yeah, and, you know, and but they're like a lot of these people are so happy too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you hear this all the time, right? But I also believe that, you know, these people are happy because that's all they know. They don't know any better, right? But I'm sure they'd be happy to be in America.
How did that change your perspective and outlook, you know, when it comes to life and how you view things? Did it change it at all? Just kind of like, wow.
It really did, man.
You did. Are you living here in a hostel now? Are you? Did you ride a bus here, or did you walk halfway?
Don't get me wrong. I still like, you know, I still like to find things in life.
Oh, you do? So no hostels in LA. Where you at?
Right now?
Yeah.
I live in like a house.
No, where are you living? Here?
Yeah, I'm based out of Vegas right now.
Oh, so you're not staying in a hostel here?
Nah. Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. I've experienced it,
right?
And I feel like before I did the trip, right, I felt like I was extremely jaded because I've experienced so many things, and I'm sure you guys have as well, right? In like while you're young, and that can make you like you can like literally do the coolest, and you're just like, you know, it doesn't you don't feel anything, right? And you're just kind of ungrateful, right?
Right.
You know, I think we're desensitized.
Yeah, very.
I don't know if it's ungrateful. We just seen it so many times, like how it doesn't excite you anymore. I think that's what it is.
No, it's pretty crazy because Ariel's brother came to visit, and we're so used to the hotels here, right? Like we just walk by them, we don't take photos.
Oh, of course.
Like he's like taking photos of everything. I'm like, what? This is weird.
He's like taking like blase.
Yeah. He's like,
He told us when we got home, it's like the coolest thing he's ever seen in his life. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because he's from Bolivia. I'm like, I didn't even think about that. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just think we're desensitized, but I do also think that we take a lot of things for granted because we're spoiled. But I think being desensitized is really it because, bro, we're so overexposed to everything, whether it's material things, sex, money. It's overexposure of it. So we take it.
Like we have like a dopamine like
overload.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Have you done a dopamine detox yet?
I have, but not for extremely long. I do want to do like a 1 month one or something like that.
Right.
I did like a 1 week one.
That's a long time. I mean.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard, especially when you're so overloaded.
So So how does that look?
No phones, nothing that causes
social
dopamine.
media, anything. Like
so where do you get your dopamine from?
You can't.
Like you have to do like natural forms of dopamine, right? Like you know, well, I work out, but like that gives a level of dopamine. Like getting sunlight, going for walks, all that stuff. You know, cold showers, plunges, sauna, steam room, all that stuff. You know, I know you do that stuff too.
Yeah. Daily.
I've seen you tweet out something interesting. I don't know if your perspective has changed, but you said you don't believe life begins until you're rich. Do you still feel that way?
That's deep.
Yes.
Why?
here's the thing.
You just gave us examples of all these people who are not rich, who are not rich and loving life. And like, I want to live like that. I just want to throw all this stuff away, go live in the woods. Now it's like, well, life don't start until you're rich.
So here's the thing. I look at life on both ends.
Right.
I see the extremes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been extremely broke, and I have the level of success I have now.
Right.
Right. And I can see that when you don't have money,
Right.
it's, especially when you live in a first world country,
It's a prison.
it's terrible. Like, you're stuck in this like modern day slavery cycle,
Absolutely.
right? Of go to work, do this, get your paycheck, live paycheck to paycheck, you know, live, work, die, you know, and you do the same shit every day,
Yeah.
and you can't escape,
Right.
right? And I feel like most people are in that cycle. Like, most people aren't like us.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you can't just take like 3-4 months off and
It's
travel
weird.
and
Yeah.
without having to worry about money or
Right,
anything,
right,
yeah.
right? Like, most people can never do that, right? So I see life as, if you don't have, and I made it as simple as possible. It wasn't nuanced. It was just a simple tweet
Right.
or whatever, right, that I put in my story. If you don't have that financial like freedom to just like be able to take, you know, half a year off without having to worry about money, you know, and you can't experience life. Because you're always stuck at this job. You always have to be at. You can't escape. So life doesn't really begin until you're rich, or until you have that means, right? You like, most people never travel outside the country. Like 90% of people.
Right.
Is that high?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's majority of people never
Wow.
ever leave the country.
That's something I didn't think about because
Yeah,
my
some
parents.
people don't leave their state.
Yeah, or state or their town.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
insane
Their
to me.
block. It gets real tricky.
Their block.
Yeah.
That's like
Their
that's
block.
like a prison almost. If you're just staying on the same street.
Yeah, in Chicago, a lot of those cats ain't even been downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people also, it's that way. Sometimes not even because they don't have the means. Because if you live in America, you can always take some trip somewhere.
Yeah, you can catch
Right.
a train. Yeah.
But their mind is not open to the possibility, right? Of like, I'm not like a tree and like I have to stay here.
Yeah.
Like, I can just move.
yeah.
I can just fly, but it's uncomfortable. And most people are so addicted to comfort and what they're used to, even if their situation isn't good.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to, they're used to what they're used to,
Right.
and they don't want that to change.
I like the way you think about things because you more so view wealth as freedom, not as like a flex. He just wants to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Exactly.
I think
That's
and
what
I
wealth is,
think that-
really.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
but some
wealth-
people view it different. You know,
Materialistically, yeah.
Materialist.
But I'd rather
It's just-
travel and get
Yeah.
experiences than buy certain things.
Yeah. Like travel food. Of course, maybe, you know, but I always think of abundance, right? Why not do both? Why not have the money to buy whatever you want,
Yeah.
whether it's materialistic or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, I have a Richie, I have a Rari, you know, all that stuff.
What kind of Rari you got?
Black Ferrari, Spider.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spider.
Yes, but yeah, but it's like, why not have all these experiences and also buy whatever you want? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to experience, like, you know, having materialistic things, then it doesn't mean you can't have both. If you don't like it, just sell it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
No,
like,
just,
it's not like you're stuck with it.
The perception of wealth or riches to a lot of people is the material aspect, and you speak about freedom a lot. Like, you just want to experience a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's all about freedom. I got freedom tattooed across my chest here.
Wow.
It's the only tattoo I have too, because I
Yeah.
don't really like tattoos that much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You also post on your IG, you believe millionaires are the new middle class.
Yes. Yeah, like, millionaires are the new middle class if you think about it. Like, having a million nowadays, what are you really going to get with a mill?
A Bugatti.
Can't even buy that.
You can't even afford like a down payment on a Bugatti.
You get it.
You know?
You can't get it fixed.
Yeah, you pay like the down payment on a Bugatti and you can't pay the
register-
monthly payments. on
Yeah,
it.
A mill isn't what it used to be.
A mill
to
is not what it
register a
used to be.
Bugatti is $80K.
Jeez, just to register?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, people think that like being a millionaire now is like some flex or whatever.
Yeah.
You're broke.
You need 10 mil to
You
be
need-
comfortable.
You need at least, I'd say,
15, 20.
like, well, it depends on your level of comfort,
Right.
right?
And where you're living.
And where you're living,
Yeah.
and what you want your lifestyle to look like. Like, there's different levels, right? If you just want to be comfortable and like live like kind of an average like life, you know, even like, and be able to afford those expenses without having to work, it's at least like 10 mil. Even if
Whoa.
you're like not like traveling a lot,
Whoa.
you know.
So average life
Yeah.
So to live an average life, you need like 10 million.
I'd say you need at least 10 mil.
For me to be
agree with
comfortable,
that?
Yeah.
I'll agree that I would want 10 mil. I wouldn't say I'm average,
Yeah, of course.
but like
we're not all average here.
I would want 10 mil.
I think for me to feel comfortable, I know I need about, I say like 15 because money it's just going down. So and then plus I like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the house alone is going to be a few mil.
Yeah.
Cars.
boom. So
Cars,
you need
whatever.
15
Taxes.
If you're going to pay the house off or pay a mortgage or whatever, I just
Yeah.
feel like you need that. Plus, like you got people you got to look
Right.
out for.
You have your family. If you ever decide to have kids,
Yeah,
or whatever.
kids are a mil investment.
Easy mil. Like with
What-
inflation,
so-
at least 2.
Yeah.
Would that be 15 or 10 a year or 10 flat? Because that's not gonna last if it's 10
Yeah, it's
flat.
not gonna,
If that's all
exactly.
you got,
Exactly. No,
if
that's
all you
why I
got,
say
it's
10
not
mil.
gonna last.
That's why I say 10 mil for like the bare average.
And you gotta
if
be
you
making
don't
money
work
off it.
anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
And you-
say that. Like,
exactly.
are you not making money anymore, or are you still making?
Nah,
money?
you would need
Because
interest. You can't
have
live.
10
Yeah,
million
you
flat.
need to like invest in something.
Yeah.
Right. Like whether that's stocks or whatever. Like you
Yeah.
know, like, if you have someone who knows something.
Because inflation's what, 2% a year? So
or like
Yeah.
it's like 7% now or something.
this year,
If
Yeah.
you got 15 mil and you ain't working no more, I'm nervous.
you're going to blow
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah,
Of course,
I'm nervous.
like you're every day you're gonna be like, oh, shit, I'm running out. I'm
Yeah,
running
I'm
out.
running out.
Like I'm gonna be out soon. you know?
right.
And it sounds super arrogant. Like we're gonna get a lot of hate for this, but like it's just like people don't think long term. Like
Yeah.
that money will go.
You're going to turn 50. You're going to turn 60. You're going to turn 70. And your bills. There's one thing we know. I don't care what you're going through. The power company is going to send you a power bill. I don't care what you're going through.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. And like for now to live like a good life, I'd say you need at least 50.
50.
I'd say you need at least 50
To live a good life.
A good life.
Okay.
Like be able to travel when you want, take vacations with your entire
Yeah,
family.
you probably spent
bring
six
everyone out with you.
figures in Japan alone.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause the
like in the
food.
Maldives, I spent like 6. You know,
Yeah.
for a month. You know, like it was like 3-4K
Yeah.
a night. Easy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my
traveling's-
bill was. I just put it on the card and I was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Traveling and food, I'll spend money on for sure
Oh,
because
of
those are life experiences and memories.
yeah, like those are the things that I love the most above all. Like
Yeah.
having like cool stuff is like, or like materialistic stuff that costs like $500,000 or whatever. It's cool, but nothing compares to like
To travel.
staying in like a really nice place for like, you know, 3K a night and eat like the best food, spend like 2K, you know, like that's
Right. I agree.
so good.
Yeah.
So what do you wake up? What's your regimen like every day from a mental standpoint? Like how do you tap in with yourself and check in and make sure that you're staying at this high level?
So I do daily meditation.
Okay.
Like I have a routine.
How long?
My routine takes about an hour. I'll say.
Breathing.
So it's like, yeah, just breathing, just clearing your mind. Like if a thought comes up, just breathe, let it go.
Right.
You know, and that really helps me to stay grounded because it stops me from being like a rich kid. You know, and be nice to people and
Be
genuine.
nice to people.
You know,
Okay, good.
because it's like I feel like once you achieve like certain level of success, like you guys have met a lot of rich assholes in their 20s who think they're hot as shit.
Yeah.
You know, and they think they're better than you or something. I'm like,
Then they turn 30, they don't have it anymore.
yeah, they're so arrogant, you know, and like that success is not gonna last. They
It doesn't
probably,
last.
They probably like caught a pump or something and made like 10 mil
Yeah.
or whatever, and they think they're but they have no skills, nothing.
Mhm.
And you see this new wave of rich people, you know, with nothing to offer. Like they can't talk. They're just weird, you know.
So it's meditation.
Meditation. I work out, do yoga. I do visualization exercises of what I want my life to look like.
And how does that work? What's your exercise from that?
Yes, the visualization one.
Yeah.
So I have like this framework in my mind. I close my eyes and I go through like this entire routine of like what my perfect like normal day looks like, and I walk through it. I go through all the senses, like you know, like how does it feel like to be in the sun, the water, you know, like the wind in my hair. Like I feel everything. It's crazy what the human mind can do,
Right.
just through imagination and visualization, and it becomes real, you know. And I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about visualization, from very successful people,
Yeah.
and it works, you know.
A lot of them do it.
Yeah, like I've never
10 out of 10 do it.
Yeah.
I've never not visualized something and not achieved it
Same.
in my life
Yeah.
ever.
Always.
Always,
For sure.
it's important. Every day I do it.
And they don't teach this like in school.
They want you to stay in this modern day rat race cycle, and train you to be an employee
Right.
because it benefits the system.
Right.
Right. But I also understand that imagine if everyone was like us. Imagine everyone was rich. Everyone can't be rich. Someone needs to work the McDonald's counter. Someone needs to work the Chipotle. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you can't have everyone be like multimillionaires traveling in, you know, like
It'll be like
Rari's,
Dubai
you know?
though. Most people in Dubai.
Well, like those are exceptions, like Dubai, Monaco,
Yeah.
like these places where everyone's
Insane
a millionaire, insane wealth. But there's how many cities are like that? You know?
Barely any.
Barely any.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have billions of people like that.
Yeah, the whole country can't do it. Maybe specific cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, specific cities maybe. Yeah, but like, you know, that's why people like to flock to places like Dubai and Monaco and all that, because there's a bunch of other rich people.
Yeah.
You know, and you can do business.
Yeah.
Right.
What were you like in college? Because I know you were trying to play pro tennis. You were partying heavy, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah. College was.
Miami, man. You're not gonna not
Oh,
party in Miami.
you went to Miami?
No, I went to Florida State.
Oh, Florida State.
Yeah.
It's a party school too.
It was number one party school at the time when I went.
Yeah.
Number one in the country.
Yeah.
That's why I went, actually.
Oh, that's why you
Yeah.
went.
I was like, I looked at like the top party schools. In the
I did
world.
the same thing, bro.
And I was like, number one
Yeah.
is Florida State.
I was going Rutgers or Penn State.
Yeah.
That was it.
Exactly.
Rutgers and Penn State was the number ones.
In that area of the New Jersey, those were like the party schools. Yeah.
Yeah, but college was great, man. Like, I really had a positive experience, even though I didn't really learn much, right? Like, you hear about all these entrepreneurs like saying like shitting on college or whatever, but I can speak from someone who was there for almost 5 years, right? You know, like that's a long time.
Did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated.
Wow.
Graduated 2 degrees, whatever. You know.
You said whatever.
Where are the degrees
Yeah.
now?
Like in his garage under the
Like,
boxes.
I remember they wanted to ship me my my diplomas or my degrees, and I was like, yeah, I don't need it. You know, because I was already making like so much money at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I started my first business in sophomore year of college.
What was your first business?
My first business was Shopify, actually.
Dropshipping.
Shopify. I'm sure you guys, everyone's heard of it.
Everybody's
Yeah.
first business.
I was doing like dropshipping and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I was making, you know, but you know, I was broke before that.
Yeah.
You know, so I went from like zero and to making like 10K a month and like
And that's a lot in college.
Yeah, a lot in college, like 10K a month profit in 30 days.
Yeah.
Shopify, and then I moved to Amazon,
Yeah.
and you know, made 7 figures in less than 5 months
Sick.
with Amazon, and then now that was like 7-8 years ago. So,
What was that first big product like that just took off
with Shopify or Amazon?
with Amazon? Yeah, with both, I guess.
Shopify. I was selling this drone.
You said what?
I was selling drones.
Yeah.
What?
Drones.
Drones.
Drone?
Like the things that
Oh,
fly in the air and
drones?
like have cameras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drones.
Yeah, like
There was a
drones.
wave of that, I remember.
Yeah, when they first
But
hit.
now they're like illegal or something.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Are they?
Yeah, like you can't really sell them.
Oh.
Or you're like, it's funny, my ad account got banned, my
Yeah.
Facebook pixel for selling those because I thought I was selling weapons or something. They're like, oh, these drones are weapons,
Damn.
whatever. But I was making like, let me see, the margins on that were like 5x.
Yeah, they were
6x.
probably solid. Getting
Yeah.
them from China.
Yeah, getting them from China, sourcing them for like $10, selling for like 80.
Yeah.
You know, so not bad. That was my big product, and then on Amazon, yeah, I was selling like this desk. I don't know if it's still around because it was a long time.
Standing
ago.
desk.
It was like one of those like huge like L-shaped desks,
Okay.
and I was selling them for like 1,500,
Holy.
but I was sourcing them for like 200.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was making like 1K plus per each one, and I was selling like 20 a day. So I was like making like
People spend that much on a desk?
yeah, it was a big desk.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
L were they black?
I sold all different colors.
The computer desk.
Yeah, like the computer desks.
Yeah, those are popular.
Those are popular.
Everybody
Yeah.
had one.
That was
I think
me.
Everybody had
I was
one.
selling a lot of
Yeah.
those. Yeah,
Glass or the wood ones.
the wood ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was selling the wood
yeah,
ones.
I feel like desks I want to buy in person, low key though.
Oh yeah, because those desks are always like flimsy. They always like shape and
Yeah,
move.
exactly. And like you'd like connect them. Like,
Yeah.
you'd have different sections and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the margins were so insane on that. I felt like I was like printing money.
Wow.
You
that's
know?
crazy.
Yeah.
You ever have like a supply chain issue where the product was just quality, so you had to send it back?
Oh,
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's actually been a big problem in
Yeah.
business when the products are not what they seem, and then Amazon's like, hey, well, like, what's going on?
Mhm.
Because Amazon only cares about the customer. They don't give
Yeah.
a f- about you as a
Yeah.
seller.
Were you doing FBA?
So at first I was doing drop shipping, and drop shipping was the shit back in the day.
Yeah.
That was like printing money back.
Yeah,
then.
for
You can't
sure.
do it now.
They banned it, right?
It's pretty much bad.
Yeah.
If you try to do it, you're gone.
It's the worst thing you can do. Merchants hate it. Everyone hates it. It's like
Everyone
taco.
hates merchants.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like,
Yeah.
And Amazon only trusts themselves now, like FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon.
Yeah, which
That's
is
the only thing I
technically a
do.
form of drop shipping. It's just through Amazon.
Yeah, it's almost a form of drop shipping, but it's like you have to buy inventory.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do FBA without buying inventory.
Yeah.
So there is inherently a little more risk.
Little risk.
But with wholesale FBA, I have softwares that look at products that have a pre-existing sales history,
Yeah.
and then we just hop on. You know, so
You just
it's,
undercut them and then.
undercut or match.
Right.
Yeah,
you know.
he looks at a product like Kepa is one.
Mm-hmm.
You just go in there, you type it in, and you kind of
Yeah.
see what your ROI is on is going
Yeah.
to be on every single item.
Yeah.
It's a couple of different ones, but
Yeah.
Amazon is definitely a method to the madness. I mean,
I order
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
every 2 days on Amazon. It's addicting.
Yeah.
Amazon.
They make it so easy.
That's the only place
So
I'll go to look for stuff.
I live right next to one. I get it in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close. But like the main problem is like finding good suppliers, good vendors,
Yeah.
etc. Now.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to find good quality products,
Yeah.
or you'll get suspended.
Do you speak Mandarin to help with the dialogue with the vendors?
So I primarily only work with US
Oh, US.
distributors now, but I do speak Cantonese.
Nice.
You know, so if I wanted to do business in like, well, Cantonese only really works in like Hong Kong or Macau or certain
Yeah.
provinces. Mandarin is still the dominant Chinese language.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't like to deal with Chinese suppliers anymore. You know.
And you're Chinese too. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The quality's just all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You
everything
see.
is made out there, bro. Like, how is the quality bad when everything is made out there?
It's not even like the quality; it's like the lead time,
Right.
right? Like, and
And the
you know,
fees, a lot of
like the tariff fees, all that, and then if America and China have like
A beef,
have
should be
have
stuck
some
at,
beef,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
then your
don't care.
suppliers are all gone. Then what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah. You probably had stuff stuck at the ports at some point.
Oh, I had
Months.
so much, and then I was,
Customs,
you know,
customs just hold it.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
just hold it.
they
It'll
will
be
hold it
there
for, like, months.
10 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and
it's
that
a whole
holds you
different
up. You got money tied up.
yeah, that's cash flow tied up. You can't sell it. You
Yeah.
can't do anything with it.
Jeez.
I remember back in the day when I didn't have a lot of cash flow. It was like that was like my
Yeah.
business is.
A big hit, yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish there
huge
were
hit.
more of suppliers here,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah,
They're expensive here too.
yeah. No, it's like that's the thing. You're working with slim margins,
Right.
right? When you're in the U.S., so you have to make up for it with buying power, right? Which is what I do different.
Right.
Like I have all these suppliers that I literally spend like $500,000 a month on, and they give me the best pricing.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, cash is king.
cash is king.
Yeah.
Yeah, money
know?
talks.
Yeah, and most people can't have that. Like most people are trying to get into my game.
Yeah.
I'm like, good luck.
They don't have the capital.
They don't have the capital.
You'd probably need like a few mil to start these days.
Like for these days to be successful, yeah, at least $500,000.
Jeez. Yeah, back then you could start with 10K.
Well, because
probably.
he's
Yeah, easy.
He's
Yeah, like
he's
5,
not
10K.
thinking about like the lower level. He's like coming in any style, especially when you're talking about FBA or online. 500,000 is a lot to start with.
Oh, yeah.
But he's looking at ROIs of 5, 10 mil. Like his returns are totally different. He's paying attention to the ROI. Plus, he has a system.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't compete with the system, infrastructure,
Yeah.
and proven relationships, right?
Yeah.
Like all my suppliers trust me.
Yeah.
Like, I
You
send
got a
out
lot
text,
going.
you
You
know.
use any AI yet?
I've been trying to incorporate some, but I still need some help with that.
Yeah.
So if you guys know,
There's probably going to be some AIs that just find the best products and just
I've been looking into that. Like right now, I sell my team finding products.
Yeah.
Still
Manually.
people calling, right? Calling up suppliers. I have my sales team.
Yeah.
All that.
Oh,
stuff.
they literally call and ask like, "How's
Yeah.
this selling?"
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I just literally have my sales team just call up suppliers.
Smart.
Negotiate all that good stuff.
Nice. Gav, what's next for you, bro?
What's next?
200 mil
Gotta be.
200. I want to make a bill, man.
in a year?
Probably over 5.
I'll try. Yeah. We'll see.
110. Yeah, you could probably scale to a bill in 5 at that.
Yeah.
You can scale to that.
Or at
He's
least
already at 100 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the multiple on the company when you sell it? Is it based off revenue?
So it's based off. Well, usually it's based off like profit.
Profit.
Right. So and it's the monthly and plus all the relationships I have, plus the
Yeah.
net terms I have,
Yeah.
which is like credit lines.
You get like net 90, right?
yeah. Well, like yeah.
Nah, you want to
Yeah.
go through. You don't want to go out that far. You want to do net 45, net 30s.
No,
Nah, it's better for
No,
him
it's better.
'cause he
It's
doesn't
better
have to pay.
because you have more time to pay. So
Oh, you mean a net, not on your end, on their end.
yeah, on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I have like Yeah, I have like net like 120s.
Yeah,
I even
jeez.
have like net like 180s.
Jeez.
You know? So
I
it's like
wish.
it's literally free money.
Yeah, he's giving you free
Wow.
money
Yeah,
basically.
like I literally have millions and millions of dollars on net terms. You know?
Wow.
Like of like net 120s.
and then you could
180s.
reinvest that money
Yep,
that you're getting.
it's free
so
money. Yeah, it's just this constant cycle,
That's
right?
sick.
Because I have these long relationships. Right.
What's the secret to negotiating net terms? Because most people don't even have net
You
terms.
gotta pay them people.
You need
gotta
a
get 'em
proven
their
track
bread,
record
yeah.
of paying,
Right.
right? And then you have to negotiate. You can't ask for net terms right off the bat. Like, hey, give me
No.
$500,000.
No, they're not
Imagine
gonna
you've
touch
never done anything with
I
them.
think you need a
You know?
year of probably solid business to get them
Paying
to
on
pay.
time.
and then show up, visit, meet with the guy, the head person.
Yeah.
Oh, did you meet up with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta sit down and talk. But if you got a net 180, he went to dinner.
You got to do a lot.
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
to dinner.
Wine and dine.
Right. He did a lot for a net 180.
Yeah.
Sean, that's not paying for nothing in 6 months.
That's crazy.
And he can call them and re-up every month, every week if he wants to. And he dude gonna send it to him.
That's
Yep.
nuts, man.
But when that 180 day hit, he better have that wire.
Yeah,
Facts.
like
Yeah.
like if you ever miss anything, like then you lose that relationship pretty
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
and they'll never trust you again.
Right.
So for people like starting out, you have to have a proven track record. At least order, you have some big inventory to start. Make some big orders. Do it at least like a 50K order or
Yeah.
something with one supplier.
Yeah.
Build it up. After a few months, be like, hey, can I have a net? Don't ask for 180. Ask for
Net
like
30.
a net 30.
Yeah.
Ask for a net 30.
Facts.
And that 30.
Net 30 of like 20K,
Mhm.
something, and then prove that, and then pay it off quick.
Right.
And
Smart.
then next one, net 60,
Work your way up.
50K.
Mhm.
Slowly work your way up,
Yeah.
and then you'll get to half a
For
mil,
sure.
net 180s,
Sick.
1 mil.
Yeah, because Walmart and Target do that to all their vendors, right?
Oh yeah, that's what
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking. Walmart not paying you until
Yeah.
if your don't sell, they'll send it back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll force you to buy it back.
Gav, where can people find you, bro?
So IG is the best place to get me. Gav.Kwok, KWOK. Yeah, you can hit me up on there. My website's gavkwok.com. And also a podcast too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wayne?
If you don't have 10 million, you broke. Right?
Exactly. Hey, millionaires the new middle class.
Right.
If you don't at least have a few mil,
Absolutely.
you're done.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace, guys.